how do authoritarian regimes in the 21st century survive and consolidate? So much of the scholarship on this topic from 20th century cases has largely looked at issues like state security forces, a cohesive state apparatus, or the centralization of coercive power to understand why some authoritarian regimes fall and why some remain. Now, we do know that criminal gangs and other non-state armed groups have played crucial coercive roles in authoritarian contexts more recently. And this is the topic that I'm going to be working on while at the Kellogg Institute this semester. So what I'm trying to do is kind of bring together two bodies of scholarship. One, we have this more classic body of scholarship on authoritarianism, and then a more recent body of scholarship on criminal governance. And the concept of criminal governance has really tried to draw our attention to the fact that in many parts of the global south, it's criminal groups and organizations that impose rules and restrict behavior in their territory with the support or acquiescence of the state. So the concept of criminal governance has really been applied mostly in democratic contexts and is really part of a larger conversation on how democracy might facilitate and consolidate things like criminal governance and the pluralization of armed actors. So what I'm trying to do is kind of bring this concept into thinking about how transitions from democracy to authoritarianism might also consolidate and facilitate criminal governance. So I'm looking at this in the case of the government of Nicolás Maduro in Venezuela, and I'll be taking a relational approach to this topic. So what I'm going to be looking at is how the government of Maduro and three different armed actors, the police, criminal gangs, and armed community organizations that control illicit markets in their territory, looking at these relationships to kind of think about how these relationships allow for the decentralization and dispersal of coercive force, thus allowing for authoritarian consolidation, while also generating conflict and tensions within the state. So the idea here is to really update our thinking about authoritarianism by recognizing that criminal groups and other armed actors are key in controlling territories the state either has not been able to reach or cannot maintain control over. Thank you.